I don't know about you, but I love beef jerky. So if you love beef jerky too, like me, you'll love my recipe for Hmong style candied beef jerky. I promise you, this is so good, you'll want to try it. It is sweet, savory, and just the right amount of spicy. Well, for me and my family, that is. But you can always adjust the amount of spice you put in. So me and my hubby were at Sam's Club and I saw this big old piece of beef brisket for just 25 bucks. And I was like, oh, I spend 40 bucks a pound on Hmong beef jerky. I'm going to try and make some with it. So after several trials, here's a recipe I came up with to share with you. I cut this big old piece of meat into sections and then froze it for 2 to 3 hours to get it semi-frozen so it would be easier to slice. I don't have a meat slicer, so I cut this by hand, and they were about 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch in thickness. I found cutting them with the grain versus against the grain was better. If you want crispier beef jerky, slice it thinner. For my recipe, I'll be measuring about 3 pounds of brisket. And yes, leave the fat. It becomes crunchy and filled with so much flavor. So to your 3 pounds of brisket, you'll want to add 1.5 cups of sugar, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 3/4 cups of soy sauce, 3/4 cups of canned pineapple juice, not fresh pineapple juice, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 to 3 teaspoons of pepper flakes, depending on what you like. Can you tell my son likes Jet's Pizza? Okay, and then I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Also add in 3 tablespoons of sesame seeds and 1.5 teaspoons of sesame oil, but I forgot to record that. Now give it some love and make sure to coat every single slice of your beef. This is where slicing with the grain is better, because if you're slicing against the grain, they'll start trying to come apart when you go to give it some love here. So of course, if I did this again, I would ideally pour all of my marinade ingredients into a bowl and mix it up real good before adding it to my beef. But I didn't feel like doing more dishes, and this worked out just fine. Now make sure to wipe the rim of your container because you do not want to cross-contaminate your fridge. And let it marinate for at least 4 to 6 hours, or it's even better overnight. Pretend it's overnight. Oh, wrong one. Okay, that's Alex's beef ribs. Can you tell I like using these containers because they're so nice and square? Okay, here it is overnight. It's going to look a little bit juicier. You'll want to spread your slices of beef onto your food dehydrator trays just like I did here. My mama gave me this, so thank you, Mama. I love you. Now make sure not to overlap your beef to allow for airflow. If I had cut these with the grain, it would have been a pain to assemble here because they would have been trying to come apart. My mama's food dehydrator has 4 levels and it was just enough to fit 3 pounds. But if you slice it thinner, you'll need to do 2 rounds. And don't forget to use disinfecting wipes to disinfect your countertops because cross-contamination will get you sick, because I'm always wary of that. So better safe than sorry. My mom's food dehydrator only goes up to 155 degrees Fahrenheit, but you can also dehydrate in your oven on 170 degrees Fahrenheit and it'll work out just fine. They'll just get done faster. For me, it took about 7 hours to get to this. You'll want to remove them while they're warm. Otherwise, if you let it get cold on your trays, from experience, they're going to be stuck on there and it's going to be harder to take off. But look at how delicious these look. I can't wait to eat some. Want some?